Welcome or welcome back, whichever applies to you. I'm going for another handstand and shoulder stand day on the rings at the gym. Now, the last time I did this, I got 245 seconds of time in the air with 1 touchdown. Now, for anyone keeping track of time, it may seem like this is going in the wrong direction. Back in the middle of November, I got 5 minutes in a day, and I haven't since. But I will say I don't think it really is going the wrong way. I got my first shoulder press on November 26th, and I've been doing a lot of pushing since then. And as I've stated before, it seems like when I make things more difficult, the time naturally goes down, but it's a temporary thing. So I'm back at it on December 6th for my 26th day. So let's clear the scoreboard from yesterday and see what we can do. Okay, attempt number 1 of the day. Here we go. We have liftoff, and we're upside down. Pretty good push. Pretty good push. Quite a bit of pushing on that one. Good controlled descent. L-sit is not looking too bad at all, I don't think. Maybe my legs could be a little straighter. Back up we go. Hit the bar a little hard on that one. That's why I'm glad I printed my little brackets, because otherwise I think the bar would have flown off on that. Spreading apart from my shoulders, a little bit of push. A little bit more push, holding it there. And that's it for that one. So if we go to the scoreboard, that's 52.1 seconds in the air with no touchdowns. Okay, second attempt of the day. Watch me go. Up we go. Pretty decent push. Kind of in the middle of the range. Holding it, slowly sinking. Now I have them tucked up against my shoulders. And that's it for that one. So if we go to the scoreboard, that's 34.2 seconds in the air and 0 touchdowns. Okay, third attempt of the day. A lot of times I like to start with an L-sit, even if I'm not going to hold it, just so I get that weight shift as I go up. Ooh, that one looked like we had quite a bit more push with the left side than the right. Slowly sinking down. Back to an L-sit. I still don't know what's up with my left foot kind of twitching when I decide to go up. And the rings are off of my shoulders, or off to the side of them. A little bit of push. Good controlled descent. And that's it for that one. So if we go to the scoreboard, that's 56.5 seconds in the air with 0 touchdowns. Okay, fourth attempt of the day. Let's do it. Lift off. Up we go. Relatively gentle. A little bit of push. It didn't really look very even. Same thing there. You see my left side kind of popping out a little bit. That is one thing I like about the rings, is if you don't have an even push, it really does show. Gonna try to get back up. It's not looking likely. See my left foot twitching back there. And that's it for that one. So if we go to the scoreboard, that's 48.8 seconds in the air and 0 touchdowns. Okay, fifth and final attempt of the day. Starting with an L-sit. I think it's still looking pretty good for this to be the last set. Going up. Relatively gentle. Some push, but it's a little uneven. A little bit more. Now, if you notice right here, my legs actually start to kind of come off the bar. I'm just starting to get a little bit of balance. Not much. Touch down there. The smile was because I felt myself balancing. Let me try to go back up again. No, we are not. So if we go to the scoreboard, that's 37.5 seconds in the air and 1 touchdown. So as a grand total for the day, we were in the air for 229.1 seconds and had 1 touchdown. Okay, so some takeaways, and then I'm going to get out of here. I had less time than the last time I did this, so that's, in theory, not great. And it's not an objective measurement, but I feel like I did a lot more pushing than I have previously. Now, I also had a brief moment of balancing without using the bar for support, which, like I said, made me smile. And I feel like anytime you remove a degree of freedom, things become infinitely more difficult. So as always, I think some more practice will yield improvements. But that's it for the day. Feel free to check back in, or not. Up to you.